You started your business for a reason, probably for freedom and a chance to do something that you felt was really meaningful and important. So why does it sometimes feel like a trap? In this bonus episode, we'll get really honest about what's actually going on and why it's not a you problem. I want you to picture this. It's Sunday night, you have a full week ahead of you, and instead of looking forward to all of the exciting parts that made you want to go into business for yourself in the first place, you get stuck feeling kind of frustrated by a long list of things that you meant to do last week, but you just didn't get to, and you can't figure out why you keep falling behind when you know that you're working really, really hard. Well, what if the problem isn't actually how hard you're working, but it's the system that you're trying to work inside of? As a longtime ADHD entrepreneur and a professional coach, I've discovered firsthand how focus can be a real problem, and finding focus by creating the right systems can be the solution to changing everything. In this part one of a 5-part series, I'll introduce a new program called Focus. It's created specifically to improve your executive functions and make running your business easier and more profitable. This is episode 1 of this bonus series, Why Your Business is Running You and How to Take It Back. Welcome to Slay ADHD, where we help entrepreneurs recognize the ADHD struggles that are slowing their growth and may be costing them in time, money, and missed opportunities. We'll be teaching you the tools to work around these difficulties while helping you to develop the skills to make real progress and finally build the business that you've been dreaming of. Have you ever thought about the ADHD Entrepreneur Paradox? It goes a little like this. ADHD makes us 300 times more likely to go into business for ourselves. It also makes it a lot harder to be able to run the business ourselves. First of all, let's talk about why we're more likely to go into business for ourselves. When we are stuck working a regular 9-to-5 for somebody else, that can present its own unique set of frustrations. When you have a boss telling you what to do, they may not understand your unique challenges and your amazing ability to come up with creative and effective solutions to all of those challenges. Employers often want you to work in the way that they want you to work. They probably have a formula for what you should follow to do things the way they want you to do them, even though you know that there's a way more effective way to do it that works with how your brain thinks. However, when you choose to become the business owner, that innovation and creativity are the reasons why you're able to do so well. It's what helps you to be able to see other people's problems that they might have, and then when you come up with solutions that will benefit those new potential customers, you've also created a business model that is effective and will help you to grow and help your customers. In addition, working for yourself gives you the autonomy to develop products or services on your terms in a way that works for you. You get to work on something that is meaningful to you and that fulfills your craving for novelty and purpose. While we're really great at coming up with ideas and solutions, we're also more vulnerable to overworking, staying too long, overthinking, burning out, and losing focus, and then ultimately leaving money on the table. Whether this is due to unfinished projects or just struggling to collect money on the work that we've already completed. If we want to stay in business or if you're ready to scale for growth, you probably know that these problems need solutions and fast. The good news is that this is not a character flaw. It's not an emotional problem. It is, however, a systems problem. And if you've been reading all kinds of self-help books and business books and listening to all the entrepreneur podcasts, but you still feel like something is missing, or you get overwhelmed on a regular basis and you truly feel that while running a business is hard, it shouldn't be this hard. You need to know this one thing. The business world was made for neurotypical brains, and most productivity advice, planning tools, and management systems work with the assumption that they are working with a brain that works very differently from how ours does. What does it actually cost when you're working with systems that don't work for you? I once worked with a brilliant entrepreneur who came up with an amazing business model. She had a fabulous product and service that she provided to orthodontists. She was great at marketing her product, and she had lots of excited customers, and she was really good and made sure that she delivered on all of the things that she had promised that she would. But she struggled to find time to make sure that they were all getting invoiced each month so that she was being paid for her service. This can be a really common misstep for a lot of us. We don't want to disappoint our customers, so we give them all that we have, making sure that we provide quality service, quality products, and then we leave no time for doing the business, the little boring business details, such as record keeping and invoicing. But they're really important, and we need to get to them. When it's put this simply, it seems really easy to see that if we don't get paid, we can't stay in business. And if we don't stay in business, then who will take care of our customers? If this happens to you, I don't want you to feel bad. It happens to a lot of us. It is, however, something that you need to be aware of and be prepared to create ways to address. Some other issues that we battle are having projects that drag on and either never get finished or they just take way too long to get done. And then there's always the problem of not following up on those once hot leads that have now gone cold. These aren't small things. They add up to real lost revenue, real damaged relationships, and real missed opportunities. But the real solution is to get you out of that stress and consistency cycle. The cycle where you struggle with executive dysfunction, and that leads to inconsistencies in your business. Then those inconsistencies and those missteps create stress, overwhelm, and frustration. Then that same stress that makes executive functioning challenges even worse. When the cycle is left unbroken, that problem just compounds. Does any of that sound familiar to you right now? Have you thought about what's actually possible if you could find ways to work around these difficulties? This isn't about becoming a different person. We wouldn't want to do that to you even if we could. You're amazing the way that you are. If you weren't, you wouldn't have had the desire to go into this business for yourself. The answer is not to change you. It's to change the systems that you're using. It's about building systems designed for how your brain actually works so your strengths can do their job without the gaps undermining you. Imagine if you could just show up at work each day, excited about the work that you get to do, knowing that the less desirable stuff is going to get done because you have a system for getting it completed. You no longer push through the day with anxiety of worrying about when you will have to do it or feeling stressed out because you know you need to get this thing done that you're just dreading. Suppose that working with this new system also finds you getting more done in less time while producing more predictable results, and now you have a more consistent income. Do you think that this could help your work to feel more meaningful again? In the next couple of weeks, I'll be sharing with you more ways to increase your consistency, enjoy your work more, and feel confident in a business that you're building. And you know what? When that happens, you'll also be making more money. Not that money is everything, but making money keeps you in business and allows you to keep getting your great ideas out into the world. And if you grow and you make even more money, that shows that you have really great ideas and you have something that is worthwhile. As we close up, please remember that that gap between where you are and where you want to be has nothing to do with how capable you are. You are capable, and you probably have the capacity to grow and do even more things. You likely have really big ideas and you can bring them to life. You can grow in your ability to overcome ADHD challenges as they come up. Remember, this is just a system problem and that can be fixed. If you've enjoyed what you've heard today and you've found any of this to be helpful, please share this episode with friends you think can relate to these issues. And be sure to follow so you don't miss an episode. And if you're ready to find out more about the Focus program, please head over to the website lauraannlang.com. And if you have any questions, you can contact me at lauraannlang.com. Until next time, have an enjoyable, purpose-filled week.